Hello. Okay, this is the second weekend hunt of the 2024 deer season, and we had a real successful season so far. First of all, I want to thank all of my subscribers out there. I appreciate it. I really enjoy and love your support. I'm going to try to do my best to bring you as much information as I can to help you become a better shooter, a better hunter, a better fisherman, better outdoorsman. Share those years of knowledge with you. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and join our team. We're going to be taking this thing to a whole nother level, making sure that everyone is prepared and ready to go outdoors and enjoy what God has created for us all. Now, I'm going to talk about 2024 so far. Uh, with this, I want to share a little information. First of all, we have estimated 1.5 million deer in the state of Georgia. We have 200,000 hunters in the state of Georgia. Now, with that being said, it is kind of unexpected for every hunter to reach their bag limit for the year because with the mathematics of that, that would be devastating on a deer herd. So what we're looking at is people being responsible hunters, taking only what you need. Don't just go out and kill what you can just because you can. A lot of people are looking at me now going, why haven't you shot anything yet? Well, I haven't seen the deer that I really want to see yet. So I'm taking my time this year. And that's another thing about hunting. Make sure you have a plan. If you're a weekend hunter, you have about 36 days of the year to actually hunt deer. In my case, I have 18 days to hunt deer on the weekends. Of course, it's during holiday season. You have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that's in there. So make sure you have a plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So have a plan for your hunt, plan the deer that you expect to take, and just get out and enjoy yourself. Now, with this information I have gathered from the hunts, of course, I've told you last time, deer will locate your stand. Deer live in communities, so that in the community, you always have some deer that remain in the area. If you go into an area where deer are feeding or where they have sign or whatever, there's always going to be something in that area, some deer in that area that are going to see your activity, and they're going to turn other deer on to your stand. We have a stand that I hunted this past weekend that it is in the middle of a thicket. I like hunting thickets, but the deer came in early that morning. Something spooked them. They ran all the way up to the edge of that thicket, and then they skirted around my stand. They let me know that they knew that stand was there, and they were unfamiliar with it, so they didn't trust it. And deer came in throughout the day, and they also skirted around the stand. But as you'll see, I had a young buck to come in, and he just kept me company there at the stand all day. So that is another thing to keep in mind, that different deer have different personalities. So if you're out there trying to rattle in a buck and he takes off, don't think that it's just because you may have done something wrong, but it may just be that deer's personality. He's just not an aggressive deer. And what you're going to find is that as the season goes on, as you go from the summer until September, when you're feeding deer, the the less aggressive deer will stay around that food area a lot more than the more aggressive deer. The more aggressive deer are going to spread out. They're going to go out and do rubs, scrapes. They're going to start chasing. They're going to start doing what they have to do to replenish the population. And that's their goal at this time of the year, is to make sure that that deer herd survives. So, went out, had a good hunt. My brother, at the end of the hunt, I checked in with him, and he did see one of the deer that we have on radar for this year. And actually, he's a veteran hunter. I think he's been hunting somewhere around 47 years. But this deer shook his nerves, and everyone was like immediately, "Well, Jamie, you need to see that deer." They want me to go and try to harvest that particular animal, which that would be a great deal for me to do, but it's still going to take it'll take some work and some effort to get that done, but I hope to get it done. I hope to bring you along with me on that hunt. So with that being said, um, we want to make sure that we're very prepared. We're getting ready to go into another phase of hunting now, and I want to make sure that I'm very prepared for what I have to do. I'm going to go out and retest my weapons, retest everything that I have, ammo, weapons, make sure everything's on point to get as much confidence as I can when I go into the woods to go after this animal. And we are going to try some other tactics as well. We're going to try some scent, some doe scent, lures, calls, and try to bring those animals in. So I'm going to take you with me on this hunt. You'll be able to see some things that I saw, and also you'll see as this deer leaves. I've got a little video of him leaving, and how he keeps an object between me and him the whole time to make sure that he keeps that object between him and whatever danger he may be facing. And that's another thing you have to keep in mind when you're hunting deer is that they're not so much the runoff animal that everyone kind of thinks. They have the reputation of just scurrying away, but they will also use that cover, any kind of ditch or creek or anything they can use to separate them from danger. They'll use that. So let's go into this hunt. Let's see what happens, and then I'm going to give you a peek into some of my past success. second weekend of the season. This is my evening hunt, and it is hot. The temperature is somewhere around the 70s, and I just drank a bottle of Gatorade, water, got a bite to eat, came back in. I had a lot of deer circling my stand this morning, nothing big enough to shoot, a few does and a small button buck that stayed here and kept me company for about almost 5 hours. And then he went on his way finally when I got out of the stand and started to walk off. But getting to be more and more sign in here, so I'm hoping this evening maybe something big will come out and decide to circle around and check the scrape and see what kind of scent was left behind. But of course they found my stand, so they're skirting the edges. They're not coming out in this opening where they were about 2 weeks ago to eat. They're eating around the edges, so I got another stand placed about, it's about 300 yards this way to my right. And I have Jonathan on that stand, and my brother Lonnie's on the stand about 600 yards past that, so we've got it covered pretty good. But we're gonna see if we can get something come out this river later on this evening. We'll see what happens. Haven't made my mind to shoot a doe yet. I think I'm gonna wait at least another 2 weeks before I do that. But I'm trying to see if I can get one of those big guys that I got on radar. We'll see soon. All right, these are some of my past smaller trophies that I've taken. And then, of course, this is one of the bigger ones that I've taken here. And just one of them. I have several that are not here. I'm only allowed to have so many at this residence. But I have something much bigger than this that I've taken over the years. So I have a little experience with getting those trophies. And I'm gonna try to pass as much of that experience on to you as I can. Stay tuned.